excuse me, I'm doing my live stream over again because some old person was being annoying. And I don't do these live streams for anyone, just for me. And so I'm going to block anyone that makes stupid comments. So that's just it. I don't have time for people like that. So I'm going to block people that make stupid comments, especially old people that make comments that make no sense. Anyway, I worked a few hours a day, which is good because then I could focus on my writing and other stuff more. That's the rest of this week. I have a few more hours to work tomorrow, like between 3 and 4 hours to work tomorrow. I hope to go to T-Mobile to get the free beach towel this week, so that's one thing I'm doing tomorrow. But I'm hoping to, I don't know, maybe I will work on my writing tomorrow. I don't know. I just need to figure out what I'm going to write and when I'm going to write it. I need to focus on my writing more, but I just, I guess sometimes I don't see the purpose of doing anything that we do. It's just, what's the point of anything we do? But yeah, I'm planning to get back to writing the Ghost Teacher series, and the problem is I've kind of written a certain amount of it already, and I kind of want you keep going where I was, but I'm gonna have to read over the stuff I've already written, and I think I have it. I have it kind of like a foundation of where I'm going in that writing, but I need to be sure I haven't messed myself up. I haven't made any mistakes in my writing where things don't connect, things don't add up, things don't work. I was also thinking, do I just start over again from not the very beginning, but just utilize what I have and just, I don't know, not try to start off right where I ended, but just start fresh with a new day or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do about that. How do I keep what I've already written and yet make it all connect and keep it, building, have have a beginning, middle, end. I'm not sure where I'm going with it yet. I mean, I didn't have an idea where I was going from the beginning. I just wanted to write and get it down and keep writing. And it was originally my goal was write a short, a very short story, of a flash fiction story each day, and characters have popped into the story, like the hiker, a missing hiker, and locations have popped out of my head into this story, and this kind of universe is kind of growing and building, and there's a few different other story ideas that I've worked on in the past, and I plan to have take place in the same world, even maybe sometimes parallel world universe, another alternate an alternate reality for this world. But the same world, and sometimes it's not a different dimension or anything like that, but it's just different time periods of the same area, and not like just the same world, but the same like area, the same town, and the different things take place to different time periods. But I don't know yet. That's just an idea. I mean, I don't know if that's going to really happen or not. It's just an idea I have of I want to have all these different short stories that don't have a direct necessarily have direct connection to each other, but they take place in the same universe, the same world, the same small town, in different time periods. And that I might have some ideas, more ideas from that, but that's just something that I've been thinking about in the back of my mind, and I don't know. I'm not going to do much with that right now. Anyway, like I said, I'm doing this live stream again because an irritating person wrote some really stupid comments. He called me dude, and that's just I don't know, like, who calls people dude? I don't know. That's I guess I don't know, like, people of a certain age call people dudes, but I don't know who does that. The package, I don't understand the USPS, because there were two packages that were shipped, supposedly shipped, on two different days. One was scheduled to arrive Thursday, and one was scheduled to arrive today, and both end up saying they were delayed, and now they're saying they're being delivered next week. But the packages left Pennsylvania, went to New Jersey, and then they arrived in Pennsylvania, and then that left to go to New Jersey or something like that. It doesn't make sense. I have no idea what the packages are, and I've guessed, but I can't guess. But I don't know. I can't get out of my mind, like, why do people, like, why would someone watch my video thinking that I'm making a video for them? I'm talking to them. Like, I'm doing this video for them. Like, I'm supposed to entertain them. I don't know. Maybe they don't understand that the stuff that shows up in their live stream is not. It shows up in their Facebook feed. It's not necessarily personalized for them. Except for the ads, or ads are based on the other websites that you go to and your browsing history and some things like that. But I don't know. I'm tired of I am just tired of people too, because after the fake job interview thing, my whole life of dealing with people that are, I don't know, they're just ignorant and hateful people, like people that are just rude for no reason. But the person that I blocked, the person that did the comment, so they won't be commenting there. And I don't care. You know, I'm not doing these videos because I think that all of a sudden a lot of people are going to be watching them. Although that would be nice, but I do it I do it because it's something to do every day. It's something just to look forward to doing every day, and I don't need hateful comments, stupid comments. This is not a story hour. This is not like, it's not a movie. This is just me talking about my day, talking about me, myself, what I'm doing, and my hopes and aspirations, and I may and sometimes I might wander a little bit, but I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and try to do a video for anyone. If you want to watch it, but I can't. I'm just gonna be myself, and I guess that person doesn't like me being myself, but and this person irritating anyway, but so tomorrow is Tuesday, and something's coming tomorrow, and I will talk about tomorrow, because I don't know if maybe it will be delayed. It's not coming through post office, but it's coming through, it's so I don't know. I'm not, it most likely will be here tomorrow, but and you never know with the deliveries. They might be delayed or lost, or so when I get back to my writing, I thought about writing more. I just focusing so much on writing. I just there's some hurdles I need to get over, like the idea that the idea of writing for perfection right off, which keeps me from writing. I'm trying to be so writing with the idea of, like, when you sit down to write that, it's gonna be perfect. That first moment, when you first write it down, it's gonna be perfection. And I don't know how that's gonna be a rarity. So the idea is to sit down and write for the idea, write for the characters, write for the story, and not write for perfection, but just to get the general idea out and perfect it, refine it when in the editing process, even lengthen it, or shorten it in the editing, writing, when you edit the writing. And I need to do that. I need to not think about editing. Like, when I'm writing, sometimes I'm writing and I'm trying to, I guess, almost edit at the same time I'm writing. And I just need to focus on, like, what the stuff the things I do have, like the story. Where is the story going? What's the character going to do? Who's the character? I mean, trying to figure out the development of the character, the pace of the story, different things like that, and not worrying about being the best story ever written or the best whatever. And I definitely want to write screenplays and television pilots, and I don't know what's keeping me from doing that, aside from my doubt and fear of not being good enough. I guess that's pretty much it. my fear of failure, my fear of like, am I good enough? Is this going to be worth my effort? Am I going to write this and it's going to be horrible and nothing ever going to become of it? But now I need to not focus on that. Not even thinking about that stuff. Like here I am in this pre-production, not pre-production, but pre-writing phase of the process of writing, and I can't get out of this pre-writing phase of writing because I'm stuck on production. I'm thinking, how is this going? How is this going to, I get stuck on, what do you call it? Like I get stuck on what it's gonna look like as when it's shot. How, and I don't know, just there's a few different things I get stuck on it as far as like I'm thinking of production, and as opposed to just writing it for the story and the characters. And I guess that comes from film schools I went to, is with the idea of like writing these projects with the idea of producing them yourself, like going from writing to directing to editing the project all by not all by yourself, but all the major things by yourself. And when I would write things, like there was one of the projects I did was a short, and I wrote it based on the story, not based on something, but like I wrote it with a story in mind, like an arc, like what do you call it? A chain of events. Can you think? Like the cycle of abuse that's possible within a family environment, and it's not based on personal experience, but it was just, I don't know where I don't remember the origin story of this project, but when I was in the writing process, it was a grander thing. It was I had certain shots, certain locations, not specific locations, but like I had in my mind I imagined the location, even though I didn't know it wasn't based on a real location, but it was a location in my imagination, and I was writing based on that location, not even think about real locations. And then I wrote, with so much of it, and then when I was making it, I was trying to find locations to fit the screenplay, and I was having issues finding locations based on having no budget. I was having trouble finding a location. I guess it's called a picture window. It's like a big window into like a living room, and I wanted to shoot through that window, and like go from the outside in, like shoot through. I don't know if that makes sense, but I wanted to utilize that window to as far as the story and shooting went. But I couldn't find the location. I don't think I was not able to find the location at all. Not even. I don't know when I gave up on finding a location, but I couldn't find a location that fitted the image in my head of the location. And somehow I went from looking for a house, a practical house, a real house, to shooting on the soundstage, one of the sound stages at my school. And I was a part of a soundstage with flats. Wait, what are they called? Flats. Like the fake walls. Actually, I guess they wouldn't be. I mean, what? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, it was enclosed area with walls that was set up as rooms. One being, I guess, could be, it could be a living room. The other one would be a bedroom. I don't remember how many rooms there were. I think there were 2 rooms made out of these walls. And I had no money. I mean, I had some money, but I pretty much had no money. So I decorated a little bit, but I had bare floors, like it's a concrete floor over a large amount of space. I didn't have, like, I don't remember what I did to the walls. I put pictures, a couple of pictures I found somewhere. I can't remember where I got all this stuff. And I put some stuff up. I had a TV with a table and a couch for a living room, and some other stuff for a kitchen kind of area. I guess it was a kitchen. It didn't look much like a kitchen. Yeah, it was horrible. It didn't look that good. I have the movie somewhere. It didn't look that good. And in the bedroom it was very sparse as well, because it was just a bed, I think. But now I think about it, I mean, I don't know, what was I thinking? I was trying to do the best. I was trying to focus on getting it made. I had so many different issues. Things happened during the process of making this short movie, an MOS movie without sound. I had 2 DPs. My first DP had to quit after the first day because he had to work on his own project. And the second DP was similar to me, not as experienced with operating a camera. And so we had camera issues the second day out of 2 days. The first day was we were on location in a park. And that was a weird day. I mean, weird day because we had a permit. But there was a mix-up. I'm saying we have a permit. To my knowledge, we had a permit. And I know we had a permit, but I always feel like, did we have a permit? I know we have a permit. Now looking back, I know we have a permit, but you would not think we had a permit because there was a mix-up somewhere with paperwork or something within. I don't know who that was. I don't know who the permit was done through. Now that I think about it, was it because it was a small town, and I don't know. I don't think they had like a film office. Maybe they did. But we shot in the park, and the police didn't stop us from shooting. But they didn't stop us shooting. But they walked up to us, and I think my AD was. Someone was talking to them. Maybe my AD or maybe my producer. While we were still shooting. We were shooting the footage, the scene. Well, not the scene, because it wasn't like a scene. It was just, I don't know how to explain it. But the police came up to us, and someone, not me, was talking to the police about the permit issue, and it was resolved. But for a moment, I thought we were being shut down. I was worried about us being shut down and not being able to get the footage that I needed. And the footage came out amazing. It was great. I loved I loved how it came out that day. I mean, it came out pretty much the way I envisioned it. And the second day, we shot on a soundstage. First day there wasn't much to direct. There was just him swinging on the swing. And there was some shots of film of the empty swing and the teddy bear and stuff like that. But the second day was more direct. More direction was involved. Like there was the scene where the father figure came into the house, came into the living room, walked across. There was the scene where their son broke a vase. There was a scene where there was a confrontation between the mother and father that went from the living room to the bedroom, where the father kind of pretty much beat the mother. What other scenes were there? And the scene where the mother and father are fighting and the son gets knocked into the edge of the table, which I shot. I was thinking of safety, of course, but I was also rushing. I was also rushed because we had some camera issues. I don't know. I don't remember why. I wasn't direct to it. I didn't I didn't operate the camera, of course, and I don't even think I even touched the camera during that process. I was directing. I was focused on directing. But we had camera issues, and that made us that stopped production for a few hours. We were there all day. I mean, we were there until I don't know what time we left. Well, I don't know what time we wrapped. But that when we finally started shooting again, I was rushed, and we only had so much film left, and I was trying to utilize as much film as I could, and while being safe. And so I think I could have, if I were to make this movie again, this scene I would have shot. I would have had more coverage. I would different angles. And definitely, I would have done more with set design, set decoration. I was also thinking about so many different things at one time. I was thinking about directing, producing, any kind of rewrites. I was thinking about, I don't know, there's just so many different things I was thinking about. Having food on set, water. But I would definitely shoot that scene again, because it's not very obvious that the child died at that point. And my editor added some stock footage, I guess, or footage that she shot for something else. Maybe I don't remember where she got. I don't know where she sourced the footage for the footage that she added to kind of make sense of what we had, to make it more apparent that the child died. But I mean, I don't know. It's weird that there's so many things that went wrong with that production, but some of the things that went wrong with the production actually made it better. The second day we had camera issues, but also we had footage issues. We had what is it called? We could see the lens. The part of the lens was viewable on the footage, and there was some trash. I think it's something in the frame part of I don't know. I don't remember all that was wrong with that footage, but there was it looked bad. It looked horrible. Not nothing to do with the actors, nothing like that, but the quality of the image itself was bad, and I was just so like, what do I do with this? How am I going to edit this? And I was trying to edit it myself at one point, and my teacher, my editing teacher, just had my editor take the editing away from me because I was just too oh goodness, what's that word? I couldn't let go of. I was so attached to the footage. I was there those long days shooting this footage, and it was hard for me to edit it. But my editor, found a way to edit around things, and because of certain, because of these issues, the second day the footage on that and the house kind of looked gritty and raw, and the compared to the footage of the park, which looked it looked beautiful, and it was vibrant, full of color, saturated, and the second day was muted, and whenever I think about it right now, when I think about it compared to the first day, it's almost like it was in black and white, because it was just so drastically different from the first day. And so now I'm thinking about, did we shoot in black and white? I don't think we shot in black and white, but it makes me think of black and white, that being black and white, because it's so different compared to the first day. It was just so raw and rough, and that kind of went to the story, like the seems that the stuff at the park were like a dream sequence, almost saturated, beautiful, showing the family happily together, the child happily swinging, the perfect family, the family that you see on the outside, and then the footage from the second day with all the what do you call it? Like there's something there. I haven't seen it I don't remember when the last time I've actually watched it, but it was rough, and it wasn't it was not I can't think. Like the first day was very, very smooth. The second day was the footage, which is what I wanted. The second day was more handheld and more handheld looking. And it was more shaky, and I don't know. I guess I'm both proud of this movie and not embarrassed by it, but just regret. I regret that I didn't do a better job at certain things. But at the same time, what if would it have been the same movie if I had done certain things differently? I mean, would the contrast between the first day and the second day have been so prominent if we didn't have the camera issues and the footage looking so bad, and having to edit, my editor having to edit around that, and having to add the stock footage at the end. And one thing that was great about my editor was that she had access to some songs. As far as I know, she had permission to use those songs. I don't remember having any kind of forms saying that. And I was the executive producer, but I wasn't the I didn't do all the producing. I did have a producer. And the other people that were with me were some of the other people were producers as well, producing as well. But I don't know. The songs worked great. There's this one song that worked. Was the lyrics were, I don't know, like kind of lent itself to the story. And I could think of that one song right now, but I can't think of the other songs. For some reason, I guess that is because that one song stands out so much, but the other ones I don't. Not right now, at least. But that, when I was writing it, I had this one thing in mind, and from when I started writing it with just a basic idea, to when my editor finished the final edit, and we showed it in front of our class, or I guess we did, but up until from that, until from the point I started to the point I ended, it went through the story and stuff went through a transformation. It was like I had this original idea that kind of evolved into this big thing, and then it kind of like it was kind of reduced from. It was like say it started off as soup, and then it ended up being this stew of like happy occurrences, happy mistakes. I'm thinking now about the time that we were not shooting because of the camera trouble. Well, during that time, I took advantage of that time because I rehearsed the scene in the bedroom between the mother and father, the abuse scene. I rehearsed that scene again so many times, and it looks, I don't know, to me it looks great, and I guess I was fortunate enough to have the two actors that played the mother and father. The boy that played the son went to my church, and I was on the media department. I was a volunteer for the media department, and he helped with the media department as well. He camera operated sometimes, and and just helped out in general. But I saw him one day when I was in the process of, I don't know what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was in the process of brainstorming, writing this project. And one day he just came up to me and was talking to me, and I looked at him, and I thought, he is the boy. He is the boy to play this part. He had blonde hair, blue. I don't know what his eye color is. I didn't look at his eyes, but it had curly blonde hair and just a face that you could connect with right away. And I really wanted someone to play that part, the boy that would, I guess you would connect with right away. Like you would, like when something bad happened to him, you would really, there would be it would be impactful. Like his death would be impactful. Although I didn't do a good job at that, I didn't do a good job at making this come across. I could have done so much of a better job of making it apparent that he died without having. There was a couple of the shots that my editor added in after the footage I shot that showed a cemetery and an ambulance, I think. Let me think. And I mean, it works on some level, but I wish I could have done it in a different way. In a way that I don't know. I mean, I could just sit here and second guess myself so much on that. I should have had different angles of him falling, maybe of like POV. I don't know. Like there's just so many different. I don't know why I don't know what I would have done now. I would have definitely just shot a bunch of different angles, a lot more angles than I did. I wouldn't say, I don't know if I would use all these different angles, but yeah, it would give me more options in the editing room, and I would have been more mindful about continuity and like I know Game of Thrones had their water bottle or something, and there's a coffee cup on something else, but we had a whole there was a counter, and there was all these bottles that appeared and disappeared. And then there was the thing where we could see there was one shot where we could see a few shots, I guess. I don't know how often. You could see the doorway dolly. Wait, is it doorway dolly? I think it was a doorway dolly. Yeah. It was a dolly. Anyway, you could see the dolly. You could see the concrete floor. I think when I was directing, I was more focused on the actors and the story, what was going on, like the emotion, the acting, and I wasn't thinking. I didn't have a way to see what was in frame, I don't think. But I didn't know, I wasn't focused on framing. I wasn't focused on, well, camera movement I was doing a little bit, but I really messed that up, I guess, because, I don't know. I guess it works in a way. You have to forgive myself for the scenes where you can see the floor, and the shots where you could the bottles disappear, and the scene where he breaks the vase accident by throwing the ball. I didn't actually break the vase. I was afraid. Oh, goodness, what? I didn't want to break the vase. I had a couple of vases. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to break the vase. I don't know why I didn't want to break the vase. I don't remember. Excuse me. But we never broke the vase. So, and oh goodness, I don't think I had adequate coverage. I wasn't camera operating, so I don't know what I was thinking. I was just, we did get a bunch of coverage, but we just didn't get enough. like when is enough coverage? I mean, for this, apparently there was not enough coverage. And maybe if we had not had the camera issue that ate through some feet of film. I don't know how much film we lost. I don't know. Maybe we might have lost a bunch of film from the camera trouble. Maybe if we hadn't, maybe if we didn't have camera trouble, it would work better, or maybe it wouldn't have worked better, because I had that time to rehearse. And the actors and the boys' parents. I don't know. I remember who was there on location. One of his parents was there. But they were generous and they were gracious enough to stay so long that day. We shot so long that night. We went into the night. But I don't know. I can nitpick this short movie that not many people have seen again and again. But another project I worked on was a lot more difficult than this to shoot, because I think I had less money on this other project than I did on the first one, and it was based on, I wrote a few different short screenplays based on these two characters, a gay couple, and it was politically. There was political undertones, I don't know, themes to some of it, and it was about, I don't know how to say what it was about, because it was just about their life together, and some political stuff, and just, I don't know, just some moments. It was about some moments of their life together. But I didn't have much of a budget. I didn't have much of a I used someone's apartment, and I tried to decorate a little bit with the small amount of money I had. And the actors I used it wasn't after I had this vast search of actors that I chose these actors. It was pretty much the actors I was able to get were the actors I was able to get, and I used them. And I had some help as far as crew with this shoot, but I didn't have much help, and I didn't have much help getting, I don't know, I probably needed more help as far as crew. I need a more budget, and I don't even have like a copy of this anymore. I mean, everything I had from when I went, everything I had in California is gone. That's a different story. But I shot this, I don't know how long I shot. Maybe it was one day. I think it was one day. Or two. It couldn't have been one day. Maybe it was 2 days. I don't remember. Details like that I don't remember right now. But, I had him, in one scene I had him kissing, and they just didn't want, I don't know, I wish I had better casting options. I also wish I had better location options. But I worked with what I had, and I made a passing grade on that project. I don't remember the grade I made, but I don't remember my grade, but I did pass. I had someone do my soundtrack, create songs for my soundtrack, and I don't remember how it came out now. I mean, I can't visualize the movie. I mean, I think I edited it. I'm sure I did the editing. I'm sure I did the editing. That's but I just don't remember the movie. It's so weird. I did this. That was the most recent one I did, and the other one was earlier than that. And I remember more about that movie. Of course, the only difference is I have some copies of that movie here, somewhere. Somewhere I have the copies here, and I have some of it on my YouTube. Not the whole movie, but some of the first movie I have on my YouTube. I just can't remember the second movie. I remember shooting, the shooting process, and the difficulties I had with casting, shooting. I don't remember the problems I had, any problems in editing, but I'm sure that I had issues with, and I had some challenges that I had to face in editing, but I don't know. Looking back, it's like you kind of see where, like, if I had done that differently, it would have worked better. But I don't know. Like, it also makes me, as much as difficult as production was, and as many problems I had during both productions. Kind of looking back on these moments, kind of makes me want to be on set, be in production again, direct again. Like, I remember different times I was on other people's sets and helping out with stuff, like being a production assistant to being an extra actor on the sound department. Like when I was on the sound department of another student's project at this abandoned hospital. And being at this little diner place in the middle of nowhere near a truck stop. And being an actor, I don't remember if I was an actor in that shoot or was I an extra. I don't remember now. And then I was a production assistant for this one student project where I was also a driver. I would drive people around and drive people to different places to retrieve items for the production, like props and stuff like that. And production assistants for on set, just doing different things on set. Excuse me. Yeah, that was interesting. And I can remember some of the people that I worked with on that, and that makes me wonder, like, where are these people that I went to school with? Where are they now? Where are the people that the people these projects I helped with? I wonder where those people are, and the actors and other crew people, other students. But getting back to my own productions, I think those the abuse, the one about abuse, the gay couple, and then I think what was next. I wrote. It wasn't a full-on production, but it was like I wrote a screenplay. I guess I wrote a full screenplay somewhere there, but I don't know if any of that still exists in any kind of form. But I wrote a screenplay, and I tried to produce it. I tried to. I did the casting. Found actors. I was trying to figure out locations, stuff like that, and I just couldn't. I didn't have money. There was just so much against me on this. But I ended up going with a table read, just videotaping the table read. And I brought my actors in. We did a table read, and I don't I don't know whatever happened. That footage is lost somewhere. But that was about that footage. That screenplay was. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was the basis of. But it is the origins of the story behind the series of short stories I've been writing called the Ghost Teacher series. It's the basis for that. That's the starting point of the Ghost Teacher. It was about a boy that had a ghost for a teacher. And I can't remember any other exact details relevant to the story, but I don't know. I was definitely thankful for these child actors and their parents that were so amazing that they came out and to a taping of a table read, and they were so serious and well behaved and cooperative, and the parents are amazing. Oh goodness. But that was California. I wasn't here. And then I shot and produced and wrote and directed. Didn't edit it, but did not edit it. But I did another thing that was I was trying to make it was supposed to be a pilot for a TV show about a family, a weird family. I don't know how else to describe it, but and I wrote a few episodes, and we shot one of the episodes as a pilot, and I don't know. There's it's not that good. It's not. It's horrible. I mean, my writing on that one was rushed, and I don't know. It could have been funnier, but I don't know. There's something. It's on my YouTube. I think the whole thing is on my YouTube somewhere. I think the whole thing's on my YouTube somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if it's on my YouTube, the whole thing. Maybe it is. It might be on my YouTube. It's early on. I don't know what I was thinking. I was focused on so many different areas aside from directing. and I kind in writing, and I kind of like didn't do a well enough job on the directing and writing because I was focused on getting it made and producing. And I had some help, but I didn't have experienced help. I didn't have my crew wasn't experienced. My crew didn't have the background that I had. So it made it challenging, and also I didn't have access to a lot of equipment, and I didn't know what, I don't know, I guess we rented some equipment from this place, some kind of rental place, and I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't know what to get, because I was limited to what they had available, and I was limited as far as budget. So I think I don't know if we used all of the stuff we rented. And then the way I set up the shooting day, I don't know. I don't know if it would have been better any other. I don't know if it would have been better another way, but we had a house as the location, practical on location, practical, a real house, practical house, because a real house. We shot inside, and then we shot outside after shooting inside. And I'm thinking now, and sometimes I think maybe we should have shot outside first. I don't know. And within the story was a game of croquet. I don't know. Maybe we should. Maybe the idea of having a croquet game was not the best thing for that moment for a pilot. Maybe getting continuity and coverage, and after that pilot episode, I was hoping that more could come from that, but it never did. Basically, I guess, well, for many reasons, I'm sure, but the editing didn't turn out exact as I wanted. We didn't have the titles I wanted. We didn't have the title sequence I wanted. We didn't have, I don't know. My writing was not that. No, it's not great on that. My directing was I was pulled in different directions while trying to direct. I was focusing on different things when I was directing. So whatever, it happened, and there are all these different productions that I've written, produced, directed, and sometimes edited. There's always issues. There's always something that happens. There's always something that goes wrong. There's always something that you don't think of when you're preparing for it. So sometimes, I don't know. It is good. It's definitely good to do pre-production, being prepared before you start shooting. Before you even start shooting, it's good to be so prepared. But sometimes there's just some things you just can't be prepared for. And there's some things you just can't, there's not much you can do about. Sometimes, you can't, it's not like you could force especially if you have no budget or a low budget, it's going to be harder to get actors in some places. I mean, the weird thing is, like, when I did the ghost teacher shoot with just a table read, I was able to get more actors to audition for that than I did with the pilot episode I shot here, where I live now. But that's happens when you go from a developed state to a rural state. But there was something I was going to say. And despite all these difficulties, I would like to write and direct again, but not have, but not be, not have so many different things I have to deal with. I don't want to have to deal with the food. I don't want to have to deal with lighting, directly with lighting. I would definitely be willing to put I want my input. I wanted to work with the DP, but not be the DP. And maybe not even, and maybe not camera operate even. I mean, on the one with the croquet with the family, I had camera operated some. And I remember that day vividly, and I remember trying to figure out the order of the characters playing croquet. They play a game of croquet. And I was trying to figure out the order they played in and keeping it organized, and what balls do they hit, and where these balls go in relation to each other. And I don't know, maybe I was just thinking that way. Maybe if I had not, what if I had not even shown the balls? Like, was there a way I could have shot that without showing the balls on the ground, and not have to worry about the placement of the balls on the ground? I don't know. And maybe in the cast, I mean, I'm thankful for that cast, but I used all the people that auditioned for that project. There weren't that many people so I used all the people that auditioned. I wish I had more people to choose from, and anyway. So many different experiences. And right now, I'm not doing anything. Except for work for the social media company. I don't do much. I'm not doing anything. And I would like to like, I like to write screenplays and short stories, and take these short stories and turn them into screenplays. But I don't know, I guess over the past year or so, I've kind of lost, I don't know, I don't know what it was. I mean, partly, I don't know, I'm so tired I can't think of how to say that, but part of the reason is because, wait, what was I saying? I got messed up on that word, so I kind of, part of the reason is, the work I do for the social media company is mind numbing and draining. that's part of the reason that I have not been in the mood to write, and I just haven't cut myself and the pandemic and stuff like that. But for me to write well, I have to be in a mindset, a certain mood. I have to have a certain mood set, and most of the time it helps if I would listen to music. But I just don't. I have not been taking the time to listen to music and just relax and get into the mindset of writing and writing. I have not been sitting down and writing. I've been avoiding it, subconsciously or not. I've been avoiding writing, and I don't know, like I know part of the reason. It's my fear of not being good enough, failure. But is there more to that? Are there more reasons why I'm actively avoiding writing? Like, just, I don't know. Like, how do I overcome these things? Okay, now, sure, I'm thinking it should be easy. I should just, the solution is easy. Just sit down and write. Just sit down, listen to music, write. But then I keep thinking about, well, what do I write? Where do I begin? Where is this writing? Where is this piece of writing going? Where beginning, middle, and end? Character names. A, B, C story, or like A, B. Wait, what do you call it? A, B, C storyline. Different character interactions within these storylines, and locations and conflict. And is there enough conflict? Is this like something always has? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like something always has to be happening. Something always has to be happening in these. It has to be very active. Very active. Like, it can't be just people standing around talking all the time. And I just don't know. I don't know. Anyway. I want to begin writing on a regular basis. This week. I think this week I want to do that. I'm certain that's deja vu, because I feel like I've said that before. See, today is Tuesday. If I finish all of that work today, maybe I could do some writing tonight. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I could write. But what do I write? What do I start on? Do I work on short stories? Do I work on screenplays? Do I work on short stories and then screenplays at the same time? Or a mixture of all this? I don't know. And when I'm writing it, do I write it for, like, do I write it with an audience in mind? A fictional audience in mind? And if I did that, what is the makeup of that audience? Who would I be writing for? But maybe I should just write for myself and write for the story. And maybe not for myself, but maybe for myself some, but focus on the story and the characters. and write for the story and the characters and just see what happens. I know it's that writing is there inside of me. It's in my head somewhere. This the me that could just sit down and write for hours is there. I've just kind of, for whatever reason, I kind of locked that part of me away, and I don't know, like, hid it away, like that scene from Harry Potter with the trunk. I can't remember the name of it, but where they had to face their fear that came out of the trunk, and then they had to see it as something else, and then they had to lock up for some reason, whatever reason. The mentor, I think, was. But it's like locking that part of myself, my writing self, that part of me that writes for hours. It feels like I almost locked that part of me away in a trunk, and I forgot about it, because I have not utilized that part of me that much for so long. I mean, for me, it feels so long, but anyway, that is my goal this week. Write. Just begin writing, and maybe, I don't know, maybe these live streams will become a sounding board for my writing. Maybe that's not right. Maybe these live streams will become a place where I talk about my writing in generality. I can't think. My head hurts. But just in general terms, I just talk about my writing in general terms. Maybe not go into so much detail. I don't know. But whatever. I need to go to bed. So, please visit and share my links. And I don't really care for comments. Most comments that I've seen don't really mean anything for me. So, comments don't mean anything, but people visiting and sharing my links means a lot to me. And sharing this video, but either way, I'll be back tomorrow to talk more about my writing, and maybe I'll talk about my writing and some writing. I will try to remember some of my past writing, because it's all up there in my head somewhere. It's jumbled around somewhere in my head. Pretty much all my past writing is in, not word for word or anything like that, but just the general essence of the writing somewhere up there in my head. Maybe I will talk about that tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if I'll remember any of this tomorrow, but a new gaming video monitor is coming today, so that's something to look forward to. So I may not think about, and I may not remember all this tomorrow, but for I don't know, since I began this live stream, my live stream isn't a show. It's just a stream of consciousness, and it's just the things that I want to get out. And sometimes there's not much I want to get out to talk about, but sometimes I need to unload, and I can't And in doing so, I can't be tied to a format. I can't be like, I'm here to entertain you. This is what I'm going to talk about today. I'm just going to talk about what's on my mind. And it's not, I didn't start these videos. I didn't start doing this for anyone. I didn't start doing it for me. Something to take, well, it has taken the place of my podcast. I get tired of doing that. For different reasons. But I'm just not going to. I'm not going to worry about what it looks like. There's a bunch of stuff I'm no longer going to worry about. And I'm going to try to focus on I want my focus to be enjoy life, do more with my life that I want to do with it. Anyway, my phone is going to be dead soon, and sometimes you just have to think, like, what's the purpose of anything? Why are you doing what you're doing? What are you getting out of it? What's the purpose of it? What's the point of it? I mean, what's your job, your hobbies, whatever you do, like what are you hoping to gain from that thing? What is the purpose in your life? What's your purpose? What are your goals in life? And shouldn't we be? I don't know. Sometimes I think we should be doing more with our lives than we are doing. But there's so many things that hold us back. There's so many things that are holding me back from doing anything. Anyway, thank you. I am going to bed. So until tomorrow, thanks and good night.